like the video.
Today I just want to talk about this stupid headline that I saw on Twitter, because this is one of those situations where you see a headline and you think that it's bad because of a certain reason, but the more you look into it, the worse it gets somehow. It's ridiculous. Here's a headline for you.
The LGBTQ community is furious with legendary rapper Snoop Dogg after he said he's scared to go to the movies after watching Disney's Lightyear film with his grandson and seeing an LGBTQ plus couple.
Apparently, Snoop Dogg said, "I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie."
Nurse, can you come check
Derapy. It must be a slow news week, because this story was reported on by The Hill, Deadline, People.com, Variety, Fox News, The Hollywood Reporter, Yahoo, Newsweek, New York Post. All of these outlets are reporting about this as if Snoop Dogg made some big public stance. Today I want to talk about the story, but I also want to talk about the way that it's framed, because like some articles have the title of Snoop Dogg says he's scared to go to movies with grandchildren after same-sex couple in Disney Pixar's Lightyear. Now, did he actually say that? Is he legitimately scared to go back to the theater? Was he truly baffled by the existence of some lesbians or something?
Well,
I took my grandson to see, what was the movie with Buzz Lightyear?
Toy Story?
Not that one, but
the new Buzz. The Lightyear. I think it's called Lightyear.
Yeah, with Kiki Palmer is in that movie.
Okay.
She plays like the daughter. So we watching it, and the lady, which is Kiki's mama, they move on into the space years, they move down the line, they're like, man, she had a baby with a woman.
Even as he recounts the story, he still sounds perplexed, as if Snoop Dogg, at the big age of 53, isn't aware of like lesbian relationships, but that's besides the point. Let's continue.
Well, my grandson in the middle of the movie like, Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman.
First of all, single mothers exist, so you can be a woman with a baby or child with no man around. And also, adoption exists. These are obvious things. But furthermore, you could say, hey, it's really not that important to the story right now. I'll explain it later.
stop talking during the movie.
But I digress. The most controversial bit is still to come.
Papa Snoop, how she have a baby with a woman? She a woman. Oh, shit. I didn't come in for this shit. I just came to watch the goddamn movie. Hey, man, watch the movie.
Now, I do think it's a little bit unfair. A lot of reporting on this story about this clip has taken this bit out of context. I'm just here to watch the movie. I didn't come here for all of this. I think the bigger story in this situation, in my personal opinion, is that Snoop Dogg is just a lazy grandparent. He's like, I'm on the moon jumping on a trampoline right now. I'm not here to explain anything. Just sit there, be quiet, watch the movie. If you are like the responsible adult with a child, you have to understand that there might be some teachable moments. Now, Snoop Dogg says that he did try to tell them to just watch the movie, but I get it. Kids are annoying. They can be persistent. Maybe this is one of those situations, but I feel like the way that Snoop is retelling it, it's as if it was like far more stressful than it actually should have been.
They just said she had a baby. They both women's. How did she have a baby? Shh. The movie ain't over with. So it's like, it's fuck me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
Who is y'all? I think that like one of the biggest parts of the story is just the fact that like Snoop Dogg doesn't sound like he is equipped to have conversations with his kids about a slightly different parenting dynamic. It's really simple to just be like, there's this thing called adoption. I'm gonna tell you about it after the movie. It's just weird to describe the situation as something that made him fearful of going back to the movies. I've heard Snoop Dogg talk before. I know when he's like trying to be funny, I don't think he was joking. I legitimately think that like he felt incredibly awkward in the situation, and it's just not that hard. Also, I think that in general, we should just know less about people. I never needed to know that Snoop Dogg doesn't understand how lesbians work. It's annoying to me that I know that Snoop Dogg, with all of his money and all of his resources, is absolutely stumped and shocked when somebody's like, those two women have a baby. How did that happen? He's, why y'all put me in this situation, man? This is unfair. I just came here to watch a kid's movie.
So it's like, it's fuck me. I'm scared to go to the movies now. Like, y'all throwing me in the middle of shit that I don't have an answer for.
It could have been such a cool Snoop Dogg moment for him to be like, man, I was really caught off guard, but then it occurred to me that the world is changing and I need to be ready to answer these questions if I'm going to spend all this time with my grandkids. But the reason why this clip becomes problematic is because it is fuel for Red Team to push the classic agenda of Hollywood's trying to make your kids gay. And you can see it clear as day. Fox News has an article that says, Snoop Dogg criticizes LGBTQ characters in children's movies, laments kids going to ask questions. Oh, God forbid a child ask a question about something they see in a movie. This is a reply to this story on Twitter. It's from somebody named Amelia Henderson. This post has over 4,000 likes. Snoop Dogg speaks for millions of parents tired of Disney's forced agenda. They are shoving this garbage into kids' films and ruining the experience. You hear that? The movie is ruined. This baby has 2 moms? Yeah, Lightyear's cooked. It's an awful movie now. The easy thing to do would be to look at a story like this and be like, yeah, maybe Snoop shouldn't smoke so much when he's hanging out with the kids, and he shouldn't smoke so much when he's talking about his kids. Because there's no reason, especially after the fact, to talk about being afraid to go to the movies because you might have to explain something uncomfortable to you. You want to know the funniest part about this entire story? Back in the early 2000s, there was this Showtime series called The L Word. It was based in Los Angeles, you know, West, where Snoop Dogg is from. The L Word was actually just as much about lesbians as it was about love. It followed intertwined stories about a group of lesbians and bisexuals. It ran for 6 seasons. And you know what's so funny about that? Snoop Dogg was in not 1, but 2 episodes of that show. And that was decades ago. So if you lean Red Team, and you think that Snoop Dogg is taking a stand because he's against Hollywood repping Rainbow Gang, he was literally paid to bring more eyes to a show about the exact thing that he now says is fucking him up and has him scared to go to the cinema. And this is my whole thing, okay? And we're on a little bit of a tangent now. So many men claim to be very much into the idea of women on women action. Like, they'll rap about it, they'll listen to songs about it, they'll watch explicit videos featuring it, but God forbid a kid see 2 moms and a baby. It's got your stomach hurting and your brain fried. And now we got these memes saying that, oh, this is Snoop Dogg watching Lightyear and it's the black dude from Get Out tied to a chair just screaming. It's ridiculous. Please normalize not sharing every stupid thought or experience on a podcast. Trust me, it takes a little bit of work, but anybody can do it. Mr. D.O.G.G, please just stick to doing Lil Dicky features or rapping for Trump or whatever other embarrassing thing you got to do for money, but leave podcasting to the professionals, okay? We got editors and everything. Especially if these clips are going to lead to like Red Team using alleged West Coast rap legend to push anti-woke propaganda. It's so tiresome. Lightyear was released in 2022, by the way. This podcast was released like a week ago, and you're talking about a theater experience. No shot that you were actually this pressed about something that happened 3 years ago.
Stay off the weed.
Final note, found this while researching. They seemingly removed the clip of him talking about this from their podcast on YouTube. It's called the It's Giving podcast. Yeah, I haven't even heard it before, and I'm giving up on it. Do I think that Snoop was purposely trying to push propaganda here? I don't know. Is it dumb regardless? Of course. I just saw this yesterday, and I thought it was ridiculous, and it's Derapy. So here we are. I don't think the LGBTQ community is actually furious with Snoop Dogg. Like, how could Mr. D.O.G.G let us down like this? I thought he was for the gays. I imagine that they're just exhausted with the narrative. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but like, showing kids Disney movies doesn't just make them gay. In case you've never heard of Lady Gaga, I'm pretty sure, baby, they were born that way. But all right, I gotta get out of here. Love you, mean it, spread the bread, drop your opinions below, and enjoy the outro by DJ.
Respect the name, respect the game. Never took myself in vain, but help by praying. Only way I dealt with pain, take it back to the Delta plane. Now I never think of self the same, whatever helps the brain. Now I'm growing in steps away from taking a mic and getting sex to praise. Still I'm young, I accept the weight. Bend it over backwards, never seem to set me straight, but wait. Yo boy, you better move your ass. Keep calm, there's 2 shot past, and I just wanna relax. But it's a bit of a fact that this world moved too damn fast, and I don't wanna collapse. I wanna zoom, put on cartoons, take a few more shrooms, still feel so doomed. These shrooms got me consumed. Pure commitment, poised to owe you finish. Pain congeals, it's fucking up your finish. Now everybody seems to talk and finish. Just too much, a touch could just diminish. But everybody seems to trust in gimmicks, so who am I to think that I can get it? Business fucking up, won't heal the people.